Hi, this is Dave from Recovering Junkie and welcome to another Recovering Junkie Insight. Today I'm going to be telling you why drug addiction gets compared to a downward spiral. It's actually a very basic concept. When you start using drugs, it's a class 3 experience, a level 3 experience, because it feels good, but it's not good for you and it's not good for others and it's not good for the greater good. And what happens is you start going out and partying and everything feels great. It's amazing. You're on top of the world, you can keep on going, and the more you're using, the more you enter the spiral, or what I like to call the abyss. Now, what happens then is your energy starts depleting, and all of a sudden, your downers after the trip become worse, your recovery period becomes longer, and all of a sudden you realize that you're actually chasing something that you felt in the beginning, but at the end of the day, you're not getting the same effect out of your drugs anymore. And this is where the downward spiral begins, because as you're taking more and more of these substances, your energy levels are depleting the entire time. And eventually, you're using drugs just to stay normal. I remember waking up and getting on the phone to my dealer and phoning him and saying, listen, meet me at the garage in like 15 minutes and don't be late, because I couldn't function without the drugs in my system and I had to go to work. This is where the problem becomes a real issue for the junkie, because that's where everything starts falling apart. Now, the downward spiral, unfortunately, once your energy levels have dropped and you aren't able to cope or actually operate without the substances in your system, that's where you start looking at things like stealing to get the drugs into your system, robbing your own family to get the drugs into your system, doing whatever you have to do to get the drugs into your system. And you don't realize that on an energetic level, you don't have any control over this anymore. So, if you're in this situation right now, if this is where you are, realize that what I'm telling you is the truth. It's coming from someone that's had years, in fact over a decade of addiction in experience. Now, what I can say to you is, break the cycle, get out of the downward spiral, break out of the abyss. Otherwise you're going to end up in the grave. It's as simple as that. I've lost 17 friends in 1 year because of the downward spiral or the abyss. So think carefully about when you're making that decision to go and get your next fix. Think about what you're doing to your family, to yourself, and to the greater good of mankind. Because we are all part of the same system. We are all part of the same cosmic energy or greater energy or creator, whatever you want to call it. And if you're robbing yourself of your full potential, then you are in effect robbing the whole of mankind of becoming the best that they can be. So think carefully before you take that next shot, or you run off to your dealer and you get your next fix. And maybe your next fix should be something completely different. Maybe your next fix should be something that can start restoring the energy levels in your system so that you can actually start becoming a person again. This is purely for the junkies out there. I've got a lot of info coming for the families as well. But what I'd like to say is, think carefully about your decisions. You were put on this earth to become the best that you can be. If you're not doing that, guess what? You're going to get a return to a duty, because your goal in life is to live out your full potential. It doesn't matter what your full potential is. Only the Creator knows what your full potential is. But whatever that potential is, you need to find it, you need to live within it, and you need to move onwards and outwards so that you can actually benefit yourself, your family, and everyone around you. The minute that you're addicted to drugs or whatever your addiction is, that is the time where you are bringing down the entire energy the entire life force of mankind. So if you want to operate on a low level and stay stuck where you were, then carry on the way that you were. I mean, it's your choice. At the end of the day, you owe it to yourself and everyone around you to live out your full potential. Don't let the downward spiral capture your soul, capture your mind, capture your spirit and destroy you. Because that's what we're seeing on our streets every single day. Rather, find ways to empower yourself. And I also turned around and said, yeah, but I don't get a chance in life. I don't know why I'm always getting the bad breaks. But all I need to tell you is, there is a substance that can help you, and that's NAD. If you want more info, contact us on admin@recoveringjunkie.com. This is Dave from Recovering Junkie.